Happy birthday to you. Bless you. Happy birthday to you. Sexy you. Happy birthday to you. You are March 20. You. Oh my goodness. Don't ask me. You guys need to recognize that they have been playing tricks around this daggone Mercury retrograde. Did I stutter out of mother or get some butter? I made a whole hour video, you guys, and I have to redo, reboot all this old crazy mess. Videos are being dislocated some kind of way. It's like some foul play going on. So, yeah, this is really, really not cyber security at its best, I guess. I don't know. These devices, you could purchase them and they could be faulty. You know what I'm saying? So some of you guys really purchased a faulty device that's giving you guys a false sense of hope or something of that nature. So be mindful of that. Some of you guys just got it, and some of you guys, it's an actual phone for some of you guys. You just received a phone. Some of you guys just purchased a phone, and it's like a faulty phone. So some of you guys are going to, go through the process of what they do. Okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then find out it's a faulty. Okay? So I'm getting a message in that way. Happy birthday to you, right? Yeah, it's your day in every single doggone freaking way. I made a whole video that was so informative, you guys. Now let me tell you guys this up front. It's three things, it's some things that reach out from your previous. A lot of you guys had some fear, behind scenes. It's like you guys had some fear about a situation. And I just want to touch on the fact that we have two different levels of fear. One is a healthy fear. The other is a toxic fear, okay? There's no in-between fear, right? So the fear is three-dimensional. It can't go any other dimension. You guys are multi-dimensional beings, okay? Let's keep that in perspective in a big way, all right? A lot of you guys, need to recognize, yeah. So some of you guys out there have two-letter names. It's very interesting. Yeah, some of you guys have like the name that's very unique that people made. I'm getting, for some of you guys, you have like initials as your name. Okay, somebody's name is CJ, PJ, stuff like that. You know what I mean? CJ, TJ, something like that. That's your actual name. It's not like abbreviation for something. Okay, it's not yeah. So that's what I'm getting for a small few of you out there. A lot of you guys in the previous read showed that you guys work really hard to improve your credit. A lot of you guys had decided to do so. Some of you guys have sold some crypto to improve your credit. A lot of you guys have the receipts. A lot of you guys are making things, really happen in your life. So a lot of you guys are proactive in your life. However, even though behind scenes you guys had some type of fear, you guys have grown a lot, okay? So let's adhere to that fact in a big way, okay? Even though something is in your subconscious, that low vibe energy fear is coming through. And you guys, make no mistake about it. Like I said, there's two different kinds of fear: healthy fear and toxic fear. Now the healthy fear keeps you alive. Some of you guys, it keeps you from drinking some bleach, okay? It keeps you from jumping in front of a subway, jumping in front of a train or bus, okay? A lot of you guys need to recognize that that toxic fear, like I said, is only 3 dimensional levels to that. And the first dimensional level of that low vibe energy fear is FEAR. He who has the ear, let him or her hear what the Spirit is saying unto you guys about this low vibe energy of fear. Okay? Um, so that first dimensional level is FEAR, false evidence appearing real. Okay? So what it means is you guys are saying, well, you know what? What if he don't ask me to marry him today? What if, that type of thing. So I'm hearing it's other type of energy fear like that. And then it gets to the point where it's like FEAR, on the second dimensional level of fear. Because you guys remember the first is FEAR, false evidence appearing real. Oh, what if this don't happen? What if that don't happen? What if I don't make it when I do that? What if they don't accept me? All crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just that one's crazy, but shuffle in the brain, right? So then the second level of that low dimensional fear is like, and I want to say clutter in the brain, that first dimensional level. And then the second dimensional level, you guys recognize right now the FEAR is simply future events already ruined. So a lot of you guys start tapping out early, okay, so they said, why you ain't show up at the picnic? Why you ain't show up at the business party? Why you ain't show up at the meet and greet? We invited, what I'm saying, this, that. And so now a lot of you guys are missing out on future events. So future events are already ruined. That's the next dimensional level, right? Now the third dimensional level of that fear, that low vibe energy fear, is just like this. It's so clear. FEAR. F everything and run. So now you find yourself running. A lot of people say, I'm going over here, I'm going over there. They really try to do the geographical cure. To find out the truth is simply living proof, right? So the higher realms want you guys to recognize that in that moment, you're running away from yourself. Yourself is your wealth, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys in a big way, and this is in the beginning of your read. The enemy is solely in me, all right? No one can harm me more than I can harm me. No one has ever harmed me more than I can harm me. Why? Well, let's see. Everywhere I go, I take me with me. How about that? How about that? So you guys pay attention to that low vibe energy fear when it does appear, okay? Because again, it can only travel 3-dimensional levels with you in that way. And you guys are multi-dimensional spiritual beings. So you guys can make things happen. Captain. A lot of you guys need to recognize that you are the captain of your ship. So the ideology of that noise is, please don't trip. Even if you have a slip, don't trip, right? The bottom line is, oh yeah, and see, they try to take that away too. So I felt a lot of you guys, because I'm ready to get back to my sober reads, I promise you guys. It just became overwhelming because it was just so much outside energy. H word, people just kind of acting like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But, the energy was coming like, weird. You got these people that's fixated on ideologies of sickness. You know what I mean? No, it's like no one can say a word but them. Like, get out of here with that foolishness. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Their words are not even helpful. You know what I mean? So that part. So anyway, that's the type of energy. You guys know that. I don't know if you guys know by now, but I pick up a lot of energy, and it don't have to be like in my face. You know what I mean? That's why, a lot of spiritual beings, we have to be solo because we pick that energy up so clear. And I want to say off the dolos, you know what I mean? Because they be having some real low vibe energy. And it could be, on the map a whole many miles away, many moons away. They could be. It's okay, because the bottom line is we already know the way. You know what I'm saying? So when you deal with a spiritual being, it's very difficult to think you're gonna scam us, play us. You know what I'm saying? That's weird. It's I don't know what, because we see right through. It's just what it is. And it's called energy. Energy doesn't lie. I'm going to tell you as clear as day. As clear as you see yellow. Confirmation. If someone tell you that blue is yellow, you're going to say, no, it's not. No, it's not. Why? Because you know that you know it's not. You can't tell me that blue is yellow. Why? Because you know. Right? So that's what I'm saying. That's how we move. And so you may find a lot of spiritual beings that's like spiritually mature, and the ones that are set up as messengers. And when I say messengers, I'm not talking about, somebody just talking out the bottom side. I'm talking about a messenger that gives you, life seeds. All right. And what I mean by that is it's a difference, when the higher realms plant these people here on earth, such as myself, it means that we get it first, So a lot of times, when we come to people and say, hey, this is happening, they say, well, it doesn't sound crazy to me. Like, I don't see it happening, so it don't happen. Then guess what? 20 years later, it had already happened in their family. It then broke up their marriages. It then gave it the disease. It then came about the disease. All this stuff, then came about. And all because, of that ear. So the higher realms place messengers here. And a lot of times I can speak for myself as a messenger that a lot of things have happened to us first. We have been the first. That's why we are people who have magnitudes of ideas. We're very creative. We can create a lot of things because a lot of things have happened. Either in this lifetime or another lifetime. Messengers have been here for a many of lifetimes. None of this surprises us. We know that we have to, share that message. We know that this is what we have to do. You got some people that feel like they know that they have to hide it. They have to hide the truth. They know that they have to keep it over here. Oh, don't let them know how they can really flourish. Don't let them know how they can really have peace. Don't let them know that, don't let them know oneself, right? So that part. So yeah, so that's what I mean when I'm saying the word messenger. These are people that things have happened to them first. People used to always say to me, "Oh gosh, only you, like I've never heard of it. What it happened like that? What did it?" Cut it. It's not. It was not for that reason. It was simply for the reason of knowledge plus experience equals some type of wisdom. So therefore, each one has to teach one, and that's what the messenger is about. However, usually the messenger get that first, that, and then it goes through the wall. You get that first, right? So that's what I want to clear up with you guys, that part. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is I'll get back to my sober reads, but just the energy of it is just crazy. It's like I felt the energy of people going, oh, oh, think she's all that because she got 38 years of sobriety. Oh. You think, I'm feeling that strong, real, weird, sick energy when people are not focused on the right things at all. That's why, I took a step back. I was like, this is crazy. And then, then I felt the energy of them passing it to other people, like, like this person is doing that, and they think they all that, and they have this now. I'm like, what in the world are you on? That a brain is a terrible thing to waste, you guys. That's why it's important to keep that brain really free of any chemical ideologies, because that thing is scary. That thing is really scary. It's not to be played with. Matter of fact, remember they have that joke about the brains. You got one brain. They was at this museum, and you have 3 brains on display at the museum. One brain was a doctor brain. It was, at the bottom it said the price is $2. The other brain was a lawyer brain. The price said $2. And then it was a person who drank alcohol. It's a addicted person brain, alcoholic and drug addict brain. And down at the bottom it said $5 billion. And the person was at the museum looking like, wait a minute, they got to make a correction with this, right? So they talked to the actual person who was giving a tour, and they said, wait a minute, let me stop you right here. You see this right here? This is a mistake. You see the lawyer's brain $2, the doctor brain $2, but you tell me this one is $5 billion? So the person who was giving the tour said, no, it's not a mistake. It's a fact. Why? Because that person, that addict, that alcoholic, that drug addict, that person who constantly uses every 2 points a minute, doesn't matter what time of the day, in the hour, right? That person, the addict and the alcoholic brain, that's correct. It's $5 billion. And the person was like, that don't make sense. That's stupid. And they said, no, it makes sense because they never used it. It's like a brand new brain. See, doctor and lawyer, they use their brain all day long. Overtime, they put in the overtime. That one right there, all they know is who trying to go, who got it, where it's at, and that's it. That is it. So the bottom line is, I was feeling all that energy from the screen. I could feel it before I even click on. It's like, ugh, right? You go, ugh, here we go. That other energy that's really in our energy. It's like, ugh, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And it can't get in my energy per se because it's too valuable. You got to be sober to be in my energy. You got to be sober for decades. You know what I'm saying? If you want to step on this side, because you're going to hurt yourself. You can't even come in this dimension where I am. You know what I'm saying? That didn't even make sense, right? That's like a skunk trying to be, you know what I'm saying, in a clean house. You got to clean them up. You got to clean them up, or you got to clean. It stink. It stink. I mean, I'm talking stink, right? That's confirmation. I don't know if you guys heard it, but yeah, that's not. You have to go through levels to get there. You got to really clean that skunk off. You got to do other things. I don't even know what else you got to do to it, but I'm just saying, my energy is not that type of energy that you can just jump in. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to even begin with. That's how you know those people a lot of times, are really not, very well. So anywho, I was telling you guys in the previous read also, some of you guys are really putting this crypto money up because you're getting ready for your retirement. Shout out to you guys who are getting ready to retire, because I also shared that part of me. I have been working over 40 years in my lifetime, and the bottom line is, and I'm not talking about, just slight working. I'm talking before. Man. Anywho, to be honest, it's way over 40 years. Let's see. Yeah, so it's like 46, 40, 45 years, something like that I have been actually working. Now, I only count 40. Because, I've been working since I was 12, you know what I'm saying? But I don't count until, when I was pregnant, you know what I'm saying, at that time. So I don't count to then. So it's like, my daughter is over 40 years old. Like, so I count that I was pregnant with her in my tummy, my oldest daughter, so she's well off in her 40s, almost 44, something like that. But the bottom line, I've been working all those years. And then when I say working, I'm not talking about one job. I'm not talking about two jobs. I'm not talking about three jobs. One time in my lifetime, I had 16 jobs. I was picking up that phone every hour because they tried to make it impossible. And those who don't know, just know that I worked when it was only like not even $4 an hour. You know what I'm saying? It was like $3.70 on some scripture, if that. You know what I'm saying? $3.50, $3.70, something like that. Anywho, the bottom line is you had to make that just due. So therefore, you had to work 2 and 3 jobs. There was no way we could have possibly worked one job and been okay in the mental. All right? Period. I don't care what nobody say. It's no, for me, it was not that way. Because I naturally had mouth to feed. You know what I'm saying? I had daycares to pay. I had things to do. So the bottom line is, when I say retire over 40 years, I'm talking about like the life death work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just really, my cheat. Listen, I remember I found out that 3 times, in my mind, I figured it out, 3 times 8 is 24, so I worked 3 jobs straight, and my cheat sheet was to sleep in between, you know what I'm saying, going to work. I would go to sleep on the bus or the train, and I hit, mainly the bus at this particular 3-job place. It was like the bus driver would always wake me up and say, "Ma'am, it's the end of the line." He don't know he was my wake-up call. And I get to my other job. So I worked 3 jobs even at one time. So the bottom line is, yes, you know what I'm saying? Those things happen. And so some of you guys are getting ready to retire. And shout out to those who could, have pass a civil service test, go have somebody walk you through and have a good hand inside and all that goody woody stuff. Shout out to you guys who really made some money to get out and all that. Shout out to you guys. You did that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm seeing right at this point, you guys sell some crypto and get ready for retirement. So a lot of you guys did that. So shout out to you guys who did that. You know what I mean? I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? I had to bust my hour. And one time the lady looked at my resume. She was like, "What haven't you done?" I was like, "I don't know." Like, who asked you? She was like, "What haven't you done?" Because my last thing was a storage company. I was gonna, my last last time I remember, applying for like, what do you call it, the storage positions, and passed that test. So I'm a lab scientist. I went to school for laboratory science. I went to school for, computer science as well, and that was my first foot in the door, because that's computers was just starting and taking off. So I went to school for computer science, lab science, did all that type of stuff, went in the medical field, did some things like that, and which is something I actually love. Oh, they giving me confirmation for what I did. Okay, the girl worked her butt off. Listen, I've been everywhere from hardware store, and you guys heard some of my funny stuff back there. But anyway, I'll tell you guys about it later. You guys look at my comedy sometime. Like, try to check out different comedy, because I put some comedy in there that I created, some little comedy skits. If you guys want to laugh, because child is in there. So anywho, you guys are ready for retirement. I do see that, and I saw that a lot of you guys, you're ready for retirement, and you put up for the retirement, and that was you guys. And you guys, behind scenes, like I said, it was some fear. So that's what I wanted to touch on, mainly the fear and the retirement. So we got that, and I thank you guys for that. Because I needed to recap, because I'm going to have to do everything all over again anyway to tell you guys what's going on with you guys. All right. And most of all, I need to let you guys know that, so that's what you guys said. So the question was what you guys was bringing to the table. That's what it was about, you guys are very, competitive. A lot of people are very trying to keep up with you guys. I mean, a lot of you guys are like that person that people are trying to keep up with. A lot of you guys need to know that people are they're in heavy competition with you guys, is what I see. Let's just see what you guys have bringing to your table. What you guys bring, forget what you bring to somebody else's table. What you guys bring to your own table. A lot of you guys was also, I saw where you guys was also multitasking. Some of you guys are bringing, yeah. Some of you guys, what are you bringing to the table? Let me see. What are you guys bringing to your own table? Because I needed to see that. A lot of you guys are very creative. You guys are bringing the right stuff. So a lot of you guys are really headed to the North Node. You're headed to the right direction. You may can't see it, but that's okay. It's a compass there. You guys are headed to the right direction. A lot of you guys are very much, very creative. I see that. So I heard creative design. So a lot of you guys are creative design people who are working from home. Some of you guys already have your payday today. And like I said, people are in heavy competition with you guys in a big way. But these people are, they're what do you call, entry level people that's in competition with you guys. So some of you guys are bringing real unexpected, situations here as well. Some of you guys may have some, you may be bringing some unexpected expenses. Of course, you're gonna, what do you call it, splurge on yourself. Of course you will. Some of you guys, that unexpected money is gonna go into the vacation and towards your retirement. You go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, because that retirement did come out. Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of you guys, it look like you are retired, and now you're living like, oh, you're going on vacation. That's the unexpected expense, but you're still on the right track. That's what you're bringing to the table. What about this right direction? What's happening with that? Because, yeah, I got the word unstoppable. You guys are unstoppable, okay? You guys are in the right direction, to being, some of you guys self-employed. Some of you guys are on the right direction because you refuse to be employed by people. A lot of you guys work tireless hours, overtime. A lot of you guys put in the time just to benefit and have this vacation. That's the benefits of it. And the other benefits is being debt-free during retirement. So I see a lot of you guys working for it to be debt-free during retirement, and still be dressed for, still be looking crisp out here. Yeah, and behind scenes, you guys have made the investment, and now you're budgeting your crypto, because that crypto brought you guys the money tree here. Some of you guys, that crypto brought you the money that you needed to have this vacation for some of you guys, okay? It may not be all of you guys, but some of you guys is coming off strong here. All right. Why do they need to know? I'm trying to figure out why you guys needed to know. Okay, you guys needed to know you're on the right track because it's your payday time. A lot of you guys, it's ching ching. Happy Trump Day to those. Everything, yeah. And that's what the higher realms wanted you guys to know, that everything was working together for you guys for the good. And I said, Romans 8:28, everything is working together for you guys. The good, the bad, the ugly, the not so good, the whatever was going down. You guys, everything has worked together for you guys for the good. That's what I see here. Yeah, you guys, you gonna go shopping. All right, some of you guys going shopping. Like I said, you going to splurge on your. Yeah, some of you guys really, like I said, you're not working. Some of you guys unemployed. You're not working. Some of you guys doing some side negotiations. Some of you guys, like I said, you're going to enjoy the retirement. But I see a lot of you guys getting ready to negotiate a new position. Left one position because it worked together. You're going to another at this time. Yeah. Because a lot of you guys prefer to work at home, and that's what you guys are negotiating a position somehow to work at home. It's like you negotiated with yourself. A lot of you guys say, I'm tired of this BS. I don't want to be working somewhere where you can be actually unemployed. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you guys who are unemployed, you negotiation, you're on the right track. You're really leveling up. And I've seen a lot of growth before. But the higher realms also wanted you guys to see. Let me see something. Okay. The higher realms also wanted you guys to see what those who have a partner and those who don't have a partner. You guys, your energy was coming out strong. It was saying a lot of you guys were by yourself because you went for that upgrade. And a lot of you guys needed that upgrade. You needed that solo time. A lot of you guys needed the time to be with self. And it's so funny because one of my favorite songs is by David Ebo, EBO. And it's an old school song. It's called I'd Rather Be By Myself. And some of you guys had mastered that to the point where you rather be by yourself because you see where the distractions come in and where the subtractions become the distractions, because that's all they are. They take away from your actions. The higher realms told me a long time ago that distractions are sent to diss your actions. Yeah. Some of you guys already got some unexpected income that's coming in. You need to know that as well. Okay. Yeah, just from the move you made of working at home, from your entrepreneurship, just from the conscious decisions that you guys made, okay? And what your partner is bringing to you guys is some unexpected money. I saw in the previous, some of you guys did have, those of you who are partnered up with someone, married and, been with someone for a while, I seen where this person just sold everything. They sold some things to get you guys something for your birthday. And this is amazing because they saw you, they checked up on you, some of you guys, and saw you wasn't, that you were trying to, repair your credit and do all these things and get ready for retirement. They did their background work on you, and they really did what they could do. Some of them sold their business, some of them sold something that they sold to make sure you guys were all right, okay? This unemployment keep coming up here. They don't want you to have to work. Those of you who have that partner want to take care of you. Some of you guys, look, that partner want to take care of you. They don't want you to have to work. Look at it. That partner want to take care of you, okay? It's like that partner want to take care of you. That partner want to hire you. That partner want to be responsible for you. And that partner, maybe for a lot of you guys, those of you who are not married, that partner want to put that ring on that finger. They want you to make that huge decision so you guys can get into a nice collision is what I'm hearing. Yeah. So that will be an overpayment for your retirement. That's what this partner is thinking. Oh my God, I'm getting something so beautiful here. For some of you guys, the older ones, a lot of you guys, the older persons, I'm hearing right now, those of you who are older, 40, 45 plus, I'm getting your partner is making decisions and power moves so you guys can also, really be better in your retirement, have more benefits. And they want their benefits to be yours. That's what I'm getting. If you guys, say yes, and even if you don't, they're really doing this right here. That's in their heart. They want you guys to not have to retire and receive one form of income. They want you to retire and receive, they want you guys to go spending money. They want you to spend money, go shopping. They want you to, it's a partner here, right, that feels as if they only have a short time left on earth. They feel something like that. You know what I'm saying? They feel the pull of the end. That's what I'm getting. and they really want you to, I don't know, they must know you like to spin, you guys. That's what I'm getting. They know you like to spin, so this partner is near the end for some of you guys. Am I getting this again? Because this is interesting. I heard three, three, a couple of years, okay? A couple of years, okay? They feel like they have a short time to live, okay? And 3 years is going around in their head for some reason, okay? So now they have a different perspective about life in such a way, especially with you in it, they really, this is them. They sitting, contemplating because they really think that, they have a short time here, and they're not playing. They want to be clear. They want you to survive. Yeah, they want you to survive. They want you to be a survivor. See, when they leave, I'm telling you, this person is thinking about you. They're going to put you in to be their beneficiary. You're going to be the survivor of this person here. They're having a different, they're going through it. They're seeing their happily ever, they're seeing their spiritual after, okay? Yeah. They don't want you to have, they don't want to leave you with any baggage. They don't want that at all, okay? That's what I'm getting. They don't want you to fall, sweetheart. So those of you who have this partner, and this partner, like I said, is 45 and above, okay? What's hidden? What's hidden about this? Anything hidden? Because I like to know what's hidden. What's hidden about this? Anything hidden? Uh-oh. What is it? 3 things hidden and going. 3 things hidden. 1 thing is certain, 2 things for sure. Yeah. They may have told you something because it's like they say they said something to you. They speak out the mouth. They say they drop their hints or they're saying something, okay? They want you to be able, when they leave, to be yourself. They want you to be yourself when they leave Earth. They want you to be yourself, that soul survivor that you are, is what I'm seeing. And they also want you to trust your intuition. That way you'll have also no baggage. They don't want you to feel like, oh, I didn't do this right for them. Oh, when they needed me to go to the store. They don't want you to be sitting around saying no crazy stuff like that. They want you, man, this person is very loyal to you. Look at that doggy. They're very loyal to you guys. And they've been very honest about, how they feel about their love for you. Okay, I'm talking to somebody, the over 45 crew, who are in a relationship and know this message is for you, okay? Yeah. This is the bottom line message. This is not for anybody below 45. No flexing, okay? No flexing. Yeah. No sacrifice. They don't want you to have to sacrifice. They don't want you to have 4 and 5 jobs to be flexible, okay? They want you to have that light at the end of the tunnel. This is what that look like. I know you guys can't see it, but anyway, it's a light at the end of the tunnel. They don't want you to have to sacrifice, a light at the end of the tunnel. They don't want you to have to work all these jobs and be flexible and all that stuff. They really want you to be peaceful. So that's the type of message they wanted me to give you guys today on your beautiful day, okay? And what I also need to see is is there any alerts for trouble today? You guys are very strong, okay? So they're showing me that as well. Is there any alerts for any trouble today? For my birthday, March 20th present. Is it? My battery get ready now. This is good trouble. They talk about trouble. Look, they like that trouble that's gonna keep you. This is that type of trouble. All right. This is bad trouble. They like don't run. They don't want you to run because that's that type of trouble that you can't run from. They talking about in the bed. They were talking about in the bed trouble, okay? I can't make it up in any type of way. Okay, yeah, I better put these glasses on for this one. At least this one for now for you guys, okay? Yeah, because I'm going to get a message here. Some of you guys are feeling so thankful for your new home. Some of you guys are thankful for your home. You have a lot of gratitude for your homes at this time. Something about those who are getting ready to have a congratulations for those who have a grandchild on the way. Congratulations to you guys that have grandchildren. Your grandchildren are grateful to be in your home. Some of you guys, your grandchildren are coming to spend time with you or something like that. And their new friends and stuff like that. Something is going on there. Yeah. So they made some new friends or something like that. And some of you guys, your grandchild is one in some type of program here. You know, whatever type of program. It's in some type of program I see here. And they really are happy to be inside your home. Yeah. Yeah, because this program is helping them work on themselves because they were trying to be slick a lot. This grandchild's coming out slick with the L out. They were doing a lot of things that were, you know, slick with the L out, which is sick. You know, they do a lot of things, okay? And they see now that it's an inside job, so they actually see what it is at this time. So that's what I'm getting here. Yeah, like I said, they're in transition. A lot of you guys are helping your grandchild with this program and their foundation. You guys are helping them from the ground up, and that's a beautiful thing. I didn't think I was going to get a message like that. Some of you guys do have a grandchild in the program here, and they appreciate you guys accepting them in your home. Yeah, and they're learning now various things. And one thing for sure that they're learning, like I said, they got some new friends, and these friends are also part of that program. They're learning that there's only 3 types of people in the world, okay? People that make things happen, people that watch things happen, people who don't give a what happened. And they're really contemplating, you know, which one are you, you know, which is them. They're contemplating the one that they are, and that's a beautiful thing. So that's what I see here. Yeah, so that message came out. Okay, let me see what's coming out, because I want to see this before we close. What signs you guys, look, that's the truth. What sign you guys should avoid at this time, okay? What signs should you guys avoid at this time? I don't know, I see something like Aquarius. I see something like that. Trust your intuition, because you guys, your intuition is on point. Because some people operate out of the energy, and they don't care if it's your birthday or not. At all. I'm talking not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you guys be mindful of... 2 people, okay? 2 people. Be mindful of 2 messages you guys get today, okay? You guys, a lot of things are moving forward for you guys in a fast way. Be mindful, okay? Yeah, because it's some unnecessary bickering in a big way, okay? Like I said, I'm getting Aquarius type of energy. I'm getting Aquarius type of energy, okay? That, however, one second, you guys. Okay. I'm about to switch, because this is not what is working for me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so be mindful, you guys, of a message that you get from this person who is, it's a female who is also, living a reckless life. She's addicted and she's coming off, I don't know, I heard Aquarius. Use your wisdom, you guys, okay, on this one. Okay. Yeah, if somebody coming to you asking you guys for some money today or something like that, just make sure you verify before you live their life, because this message is not what it seems, okay? Yeah. I'm getting somebody getting ready to write a bad check that they can't cash, okay? Yeah, because they're mixed up in something right now in a heavy way. And this sure is some real energy. Like, this is like dangerous, whatever they play. This person is playing with fire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so somebody got a financial bully here. Okay? And I believe I feel like, what did I say? Okay, yeah. So you guys be mindful of this today. Like I said, be mindful of these signs today, because this sign here is like gonna make you guys feel trapped. It's gonna make you guys feel trapped in such a way. I'm getting Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus low vibe energy. Somebody, you guys, that they are hoping that they're praying on you to invest in them. Okay. They ask you to write some type of bad check or put your name on something, you know what I'm saying? So you can be mixed up in this financial bully type of status, okay? No, baby. No, baby. So you can be, in two places, this peace and mess. No, they can't mix. They can't mix. Okay, like I said, I don't know if I told you guys this, because I had to do this all over again, but you are the living proof that strength really exists, okay? And that's important for you guys to know in a big way, okay? A lot of you guys, please recognize that life is you guys are the master key to this whole divine plan on this beautiful divine planet Earth. The higher realms said you must know your worth since birth, okay? The higher realms made that word planet no other word. All right, so you guys will know that you are planned. The last two letters in that word planet is simply ET, so you guys will know you are planned until the end of time, and preferably the end of your earth time here, okay? The acronym for time, for those who do not know, is TIME, things I must earn, things I must experience, okay? It's very important that you guys understand that way, right? What I need to also tell you guys, that life is your soul's mission, okay? The higher realms want you to oh, wait a minute, see? I see what they did. Yeah, they wanted me to leave that out. Okay, so you guys listen. The higher realms want you guys to know that you have been living the ET life all your life. Okay, some of you guys have been the predominant ET friend, husband, friend, cousin, uncle, sister, brother, or wife. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is E executing low vibe energy and T transmuting it into high vibe energy. A lot of you guys have been that in a big way all your life, all right? And some of you guys, it really started ever since you were a little baby, all right? Not baby kid, a little baby. All right, so a lot of you guys, you were sitting on the couch, and some of you guys, you had a pacifier in your mouth, okay? Your mother and father was in that kitchen arguing, and even at that age, you guys made some type of noise or did some type of thing to cease fire between the two. You guys executed that low vibe energy and transmuted that into high vibe energy. A lot of you guys really were elevating a level of spiritual growth, even with that pacifier in your mouth. So you know how they say a lot of you guys come with that. You came here with that, all right? With that spiritual. Bottom line is, we have spiritual giants and we have spiritual midgets on this earth, all right? And some of you guys actually need to know your worth, okay? All right. So the spiritual midgets, they can't grow anymore spiritually. They have to really stop there at thieving, conniving, and just right there in the level of just, down and dirty. They have to really stay right there to the end. All right? Because they can't spiritually grow anymore. I don't know what that's about. I'm just telling you what it is. Right? So the bottom line is you guys have been really spiritual giants since day one. That's what I wanted to say to you guys. So you guys recognize that you have been living the ET life all your life. A lot of you guys need to know that life is your soul's mission. It is not a competition. Even though you got people on the sidelines everywhere wishing it was a competition. Oh yeah, they wish. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is these people are in different dimensional levels, at different parts of your life, You might run into that dressed up garbage can woman or man, you know what I'm saying, trying to do everything, to divert you from your plan, looking really sharp on the outside, nothing on the inside, you know what I mean? And then you got that other one with that $500 hat on, that 50-cent head, always trying to holler at you or tell you who is in what bed, right? All right? Yeah, carry the bone in bed. That one with that $500 hat on, that 50-cent head, right? So you might run into that one as well. Brain dead. Did I start out of motto or give you some butter? That one. And they might even tell you, I'm burned out. Yeah, you're more than that. Okay? But the bottom line is reality check in every way. It's so important to stay grounded in reality so you don't have to do a check. See, that's what I respect. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of others fail to neglect. That's why they want to go and, you know what I'm saying, and then come back to reality. Well, if you stay in reality, reality is the basics. If you stay grounded in the basics, you don't ever have to go back to the basics. All right? You'll already be grounded, So the bottom line is a lot of you guys need to know that last one that you're going to run into is that one with that all the degrees more than the thermometer, but still always asking you, what do you think I should do? Number 20, what do you think? Right? All those degrees more than the thermometer. Look real good on paper if you're into the vapor. No, just kidding. But so the bottom line is, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You guys, these people are in multi-dimensional different levels of, competition with you guys. But like I said, you guys need to know that life is your soul's mission. It is not a competition. Period. Right? All right. So the higher realms place something so beautiful and special and insightful inside of you. It is called your intuition. If you trust your intuition, you can always see without sight. All right? People still scratching their head trying to figure out how the blind man and woman can get around this whole world day or night and get it right without a fuss or argument or a fight. Oh, yeah. And without any help in sight, right? So the bottom line is the higher realm said, the higher realms didn't stop there. The higher realms keeps that intuition spiritually tethered to this beautiful thing called your GPS. It's your spiritual GPS, which is simply the gods or the guides or simply God pointing you to your next level of step or origin, okay? In a big way. All right, that acronym for STEP is STEP, a solution to every problem. All right, the higher realms said, let them know what a problem is, because the higher realms got tired of seeing people down here pointing the finger out this way. The higher realms seeing them do it. Look at that. What that look like? Pointing the finger out and everything. The higher realms said, tell them fools that when one finger pointing out, there's three pointing back. And that's a fact that you lack. All right? Now, why did the higher realms say that? Because the higher realms want you guys to know exactly with that STEP, which is the solution to every problem. You must know what a problem is. A problem is something that you create. Situations are simply things that happen. All right? That's why you always see a problem with a name attached. Hence, Houston, we have a problem. Yeah. A real one, right? And then, when you hear about that situation, you hear like, hey, what happened was blah, blah. Okay? So the higher realms want you guys to identify and have the wisdom to know the difference in every way. That's why the higher realms is telling you guys on your beautiful day that it is okay to recognize and sit back and take a moment and ask yourself in a beautiful way, self, I shall reflect right now today and ask you in a beautiful way, am I the solution? And because you guys do what you do, I can guarantee you're going to hear that voice come back and say, you know what? You are doing A-okay. All right? Yeah. Why? Because the higher realms want you guys to know that the enemy is just like the word says. It is enemy. No one can harm me more than I can harm me. No one can put that foot in that but me. You know what I'm saying? That's right. And why you say that? And you guys ask why? Okay. Well, simply because everywhere I go, I take me with me. All right. Some people try to get a little savvy and they start going like, I'm doing the geographical cure. I'm going here. I'm going there. They're going to solve the problem. They're going to solve the problem. But guess what? They find out the problem is really in there. The enemy is enemy. Everywhere I go, I take me with me. If I'm having the same problem, guess what? It must be me. Right? So the higher realms want you guys to identify that self, with thy wealth, okay? In a big, huge way, all right? And I think, with all due respect, that's a sign I see you guys having to watch out for, okay? Be mindful, because this person will come really fast about this money, okay? I see Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Excuse me. I see Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I see, like I said, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus in a way. I see a lot of, unnecessary in a big way. So you guys, you can avoid that today by, avoiding this low vibe energy of Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And I don't know why I'm sensing like Aquarius. And I don't know why I'm getting the air sign as well. Oh, yeah, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I said that, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm getting that. So what sign is really good for you guys today? Yeah. Okay, so the higher realms want you to conclude by knowing this. It's okay not to be normal, okay? That's what you guys need to realize. It's okay not to be normal, okay? Why? Because some of you guys are in different variations today. Some of you guys are wives. Some of you guys are ex-wives. Some of you guys are ex-husbands. Some of you guys are husbands. Some of you guys are the situation friends. Like, it's okay not to be normal today. You know what I mean? You only have, yeah. And for that grandbaby, that's something you guys must share with your grandbaby, because that's the first thing that I picked up. That grandbaby needs to know that it's okay not to be normal. Life will give you some bumps and bruises. You may run to, glass if you can eat it. You know what I mean? Let me see if that works, right? You got people that see if cutting themselves work, all right? So they need to know that it's okay not to be normal. However, just know that, what they're doing and to correct their situation, they only have to do it one time if they stay in contact with correcting their situation, okay? Yeah. And the higher realms want them to know that, want them to know through you guys, that about the 3 frogs on the log, all right? There's 3 frogs on the log. And that grandbaby and you guys got to go together and check the health too as well, okay? But however, the 3 frogs on the log goes like this. It was 3 frogs sitting on a log. One decided to jump, okay? And how many are left? If you said 3, you're right. If you thought 3, you're right. There's only 3. Why? Because they only made a decision to jump. So, you guys, the higher realms want you guys also to be aware that procrastination is just like masturbation. You can only bunk yourself. Why? Because yourself is your wealth. If you're not going to do it, if you're not going to be able to do it, you got to go back to 3 different kinds of people in the world. Which one are you? So that's what's coming through for you guys. And that grandbaby came through. And for some of you guys, the ex-wife came through. for others of you as well. So this is a message to let you know that it's coming through here that half, half of anything, but saying half measures availed you guys nothing. That's what it's saying real clear here. Half measures